So in this unit 4, chemical equilibrium, already we have seen certain parts, and now we are going to see about the certain derivation. Relationship between Kp and Kc, derivation of Van't Hoff isotherm, derivation of Van't Hoff isochore, derivation of integral form of Van't Hoff. Now let us see the relationship between Kp and Kc, that is the equilibrium constants. Now let us consider the equation A number of molecules, that is small a represents the number of molecules and capital A represents the molecule. So the same way, all the alphabets in the equation represent small alphabets represents the number of molecules and the capital alphabets represents the molecules. Now let us consider the equation A of A plus B of B gives C of C plus D of D. So now Kp is, as we all know that Kp is equal to Pc to the power of the number of molecules, that is small c, the same way to Pd to the power of this, and then divided by Pa and then Pb. You know it is the total number of the products by the total number of the concentration of the reactant at the given pressure. We all know that the gas equation that PV is equal to nRT. From this, P is equal to N by V into RT. Now, in the first equation, Pc can be written as this N by V is nothing but it is the concentration of the molecule. So, it is the concentration of the C molecule into RT. The same way Pd is the concentration of D into RT, Pa, Pb, etc. like that. Now, we are going to substitute the equation 4 in equation 1. So, we get Kp is, that is the Pc, we are writing it as concentration of C into concentration of RT to the power small c. The same way D into RT to the power D, A to the power RT into power A, like that. Now we are just separating the two terms. So Kp is equal to the concentration of C to the power C, RT to the power C, the same way concentration of D to the power D, RT to the power D divided by the same thing. Now we are just bringing all the like terms together. So now Kp becomes the concentration of C, D, then RT to C plus D. The same way in the denominator A, B concentration into RT to the power A plus. Now we know that Kc is equal to concentration of the reactant by the concentration of the concentration of the product by the concentration of the reactant. So Kc is equal to concentration of C to the power small c, D to the power D. The same way A to the power A and B to the power B. Now so we are substituting the equation 8 in 7. So we get Kp is equal to Kc RT power C plus D and then divided by RT to the power A plus B. Now Kp is equal to Kc into RT, that is the C plus D minus A plus B. Now these are the differences between the product and the reactant. So it is represented as delta N. So Kp is equal to Kc into RT power delta N. Now we'll move on to the derivation of Van't Hoff isotherm. Now again considering the same equation, A of A plus B of B gives C of C plus D of D. Now according to the thermodynamic equation, we know that G is equal to H minus Ts and H is equal to E plus PV. Substituting the equation 2 in 1, we get G is equal to E plus PV minus Ts. Now we are differentiating this equation. So we get dG is equal to dE plus, here there are two terms PV and V. So keeping one constant and then differentiating the other, then again the next one keeping the other one as a constant, differentiating other, we get dG is equal to dE plus PdV plus VdP minus TdS minus SdT. So according to the first law of thermodynamics, we know that dE is equal to dQ minus PdV, that is according to the first law, and according to the second law, we know that dQ is equal to TdS. Now we are substituting this equation 6 in dE is equal to TdS minus PdV. So substituting equation 7 in 4, we get Tg is equal to TdS minus PdV plus PdV, etc. And then cancelling, we get dG is equal to VdP minus SdT. Now at a constant temperature, we know that dT is equal to 0. So the above equation becomes equal to dG is equal to VdP. We know that the gas equation is equal to PV is equal to nRT. For 1 mole, it becomes PV is equal to RT or V is equal to RT by P. Now substituting this value of V in the equation 9, we get dG is equal to RT by P into dP. Now on integration of the above equation, we get integration of dG is equal to RT integration of dP by P. So we get G is equal to RT 1 by P integration gives you ln P plus the integration constant G naught. Now the free energies of A, B, C, D with the partial pressure PA, PB, PC, PD is given as GA, GB, GC and GD. Now according we know that the delta G is nothing but the delta G of the product minus the summation of delta G of the reactant. So from this we are writing delta G is equal to C into delta GC plus D into GD, that is the product minus the reactant. And now we know that C of GC is equal to, because the previous equation we know that G is equal to RT ln P plus G naught. So here we are writing C into GC is equal to C RT ln PC plus C into GC naught. The same way we are writing for D, A and B molecule. Now we are just substituting there delta G is equal to the summation of the product minus the summation of the reactants. So we are writing it, bringing all the common terms together, and then we are getting it as RT ln PC to the power C ln PD to the power D, and then PA to the power, this ln is not there. So RT is that is equal to the Kp. So RT into ln Kp. Delta G is equal to RT ln Kp plus delta G naught. So now we are getting minus this. RT equilibrium delta G is equal to 0. So delta G naught is equal to minus RT ln Kp. Isochore. According to Van't Hoff isotherm, delta G naught is equal to minus RT ln Kp. Now differentiating the above equation with respect to temperature, we get thus dou delta G naught by dou T at a constant pressure flow minus RT ln Kp minus RT d ln Kp, because there are two terms. One is the T, the other one is the ln Kp. So with the respect to that, we are just differentiating. So multiply this equation by T, we get T into dou delta G naught by dou T is equal to minus RT ln Kp minus RT square T ln Kp by dt. Substitute this equation 1 in 3, we get T into dou delta G naught by dou T at a constant pressure is equal to, instead of minus RT ln Kp, we are writing it as delta G naught minus RT square d. According to Gibbs-Elmos equation, we know that delta G naught is equal to delta H naught plus T into dou delta G naught by dou T into P. This is equation 5. Now substituting this equation 5 in 4, we get T into dou delta G naught by dou T, so is equal to delta H naught plus this minus RT ln Kp. Okay, right. Delta H naught is equal to RT square D ln Kp by dt, because these two gets cancelled, and as a result we get delta G naught by RT square is equal to D ln Kp. For a small variation of delta H naught can be replaced as delta H. So delta H by RT square is equal to D ln Kp by dt. This is the Van't Hoff isochore equation. Now going on to the integral form of the isochore, we know that delta H by RT square is equal to D ln Kp by dt. On rearranging the equation, D ln Kp is equal to delta H by RT square into dt. So on integrating by using the limits Kp2 and Kp1 and the temperatures T2 and T1, we get ln of Kp. Kp2, okay, right, by Kp1, and this is equal to delta H by R to 1 by T to the power, that is the limits T2 and T1. So now we are substituting the limits, we get the upper limit minus the lower limit. So ln Kp2 minus ln Kp1 is equal to delta H by R 1 by T2 minus 1 by T1. Or this can be written as ln Kp2 by Kp1 is equal to delta H by R into 1 by T2 minus 1 by T1. Converting the ln into log, you multiply it by 2.303. So on multiplication, we get this. So bringing this 2.3 to the right hand side of the equation, we get ln Kp2 by Kp1 is equal to delta H by 2.303R into 1 by T2 minus 1 by T1. Now, these are the assignments. That is the relationship between Kp and Kc, Kp and Kc, Van't Hoff isotherm, Van't Hoff isochore, and Van't Hoff integral form equation. Thank you, students.